Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And not only did we buy a house in Boise, Idaho, we also bought over 10 acres in in Emmett, Idaho, on the Payette River on Vanderasun. We had a railroad track run right along the north edge of the property, not on the property, but it showed us where the boundary was. We had an independent irrigation ditch. We also had the river flowing through the property with an unlimited supply of water, which cost us about $16 a year to pay for that. And we could use all the water we wanted because they weren't worried about it, because anything we put on the field would run right back into the river. But anyway, the railroad tracks were pretty. We had the hills between us and Boise, and a lot of wildlife in the area. As a matter of fact, on the telephone pole, there was an osprey nest right across from our property, and that was how we were able to find our driveway to get onto our property. And the bird didn't seem to mind, and they do the nesting like that so the birds don't get injured with the electrical lines by having their wings span, the two hot wires and electrocute themselves. So anyway, those were the pictures we had of the osprey. And then there's the property that bordered the edge of our property along their driveway, which ran right next to our driveway. And then we also had the blackbirds and the yellow-headed blackbirds that were infesting the property, and they enjoyed the pond that we had on the property. We also had a couple of vintage wagons in the property, as well as some chairs from a schoolroom and some other items from the Emmett area. And there's the other wagon. We didn't bring those home to Ohio. We left them for the new owners of their property when we sold it. The beauty of that was, and here's the pond we had on there as well as the irrigation canal. But what made this property so valuable was the fact that you had unlimited water rights, and you paid so much per year, and the water rights were worth more than the property. While we had the property, we bought it, we had a septic system put in, and we had a house pad prepared because we were going to go ahead and build a house on the property and live by the river and go into Boise every day to work. And then here are the yellow-headed blackbirds that we had on the property. And then again, another shot of the irrigation ditch that ran and branched off across the property so that every piece of the property could be watered, as well as we could get water right out of the river. And then here's some of the cattails and all that were growing with the trees around the pond that was on the property. The property was not marshy at all, and I know you don't see it, but there's a bunch of birds making a lot of noise in those trees. And then these are the trees that border the property on the riverside of the property. Now I'm going to jump out here and let you finish looking at the rest of the property, and I'll see you at the close at the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll close up and wrap it up with some fresh cattails coming up in the pond. Caught a shot of that in the afternoon light and a bird sitting on one of them. Like I said, the property was just had a lot of those birds. One of my co-workers at ESI came out and hunted with his son on the property and shot a pheasant. There were pheasant and quail in abundance in the property. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found all this look at the property in Emmett, Idaho useful and informative. That was the view we had across the Payette River from us. Thanks for watching and have a good day.